It's Will here, coming at you again with another video here quickly. Something just came in the mail here, which I have right beside me. So I thought I'd take a video here for, the last couple of videos ago, you may have seen, if you haven't checked it out somewhere, I'll probably link it down below or anywhere. But I recently got a 3D printer. Now, I've been doing it, trying my best to be safe, just to do a few prints, just to get it set up, but I didn't want to risk running it without proper ventilation, seeing as I don't have a basement. Or, a house. I have another form of arrangement of living, which with how it's set up, doesn't quite allow me the maximum airflow or safety by like a screen door or something. When I saw that the printer was on sale, there was a purifying kit. So I bought that. Got the printer in, didn't have the purifier with it on day one. It came with the wash station, all that other stuff. The resin was also missing too. Emailed them, the person was really quick to answer me. She said the resin should be here momentarily at the time of that email, which it did. It came the day after I received the printer. The air purifiers were back ordered. They are a carbon-based purifier, so that's probably why they were out. These can be great. They're not just for the printers. They can be used for when you do your airbrushing in a smaller area. You can run your own sort of vacuum tube system through it, put them inside the tube, and use that to kind of eat the fumes. So if you want to make your own spray booth or other sort of chemical booth, you can use these as that source of air purification. You can use them in your own rooms, in basically small enclosed areas where you might have allergies or smells and other things, like a litter box or something you might want to suck the air out of, especially if you're sensitive to smells and chemicals like I am. So getting right into it right here, let's get into me opening the box. So here we go, we have the box right here. This is the purifiers, that's how they come. Bap, bap, bap. There's a piece of tape at the bottom here, I just cut it. But let us get into opening this box here. So when we open it, we are met with, just want to make sure, met with foam, and there we go, the device is right here. We also have, nicely wrapped, 2 more spare carbon filters. There we go, in these little wraps. And then we also have, there's 2 of these devices in here, so I'll only pull out one. And of course a USB. These are battery powered, so they are chargeable. If you're running the little 3D printer I am, you probably charge both, put one in there, use it, and then use the other one, kind of swap them out. But here's the little device itself. There we go. Side, it looks like a mini modem or an Xbox Series X. It's USB-C, so you could plug these in and run them. And here we go, we have how you put the filter in. So you just, come on, pop it open. The filter sits right on top of there. And then you just, doesn't matter which way you put it, just pops. Yeah, it just pops right back on. We're gonna go put this inside the 3D printer and I'll show you guys what it looks like when we get back. Okay, so we are back here. Here's the printer. We're going to crack it open. We have our purifier here, right beside it. So that's the purifier in stature to the printer. So we basically just, what you're going to do is when you print with this, depending on your preference or if you're using a larger printer, what you do is you just take your air purifier here. Again, I'm going to put it in a Ziploc bag, so I take out a Ziploc bag. You push the button, and you should see a green little light there. You just put it on the top platform here. They don't get that hot, especially if you're going to be using, say, a fan. So then what you're going to do is you're going to take your cover. We're just going to put it right on. So with your cover on, here you go. That's the final kind of process. We see the green light in there, and it's going. As you might be able to hear from the video, it is very quiet. It's not louder than your 3D printer is going to be, but that's basically it. I'm going to let it run for a while here in the thing by itself. Kind of let the sun do its thing to dry up some of the resin I have spilt. They're just on the knobs. So with the UV cover, which this is, again, we go through it on my other video. It'll take care of itself. But when we come back, we'll close it out by my final thoughts. Just let it run for about 5 minutes. And there's constantly a smell because of that spilled resin. And yeah, it wonders. Just that single one alone, with the leftover resin I had running at for 5 minutes, it sucked all the smell gone. It was gone and just safe to open. So I'm pretty sure that with running it with full resin, that one thing at full charge is going to last quite a bit, and it's gonna clean. So, and then if I'm going to do a larger batch or a longer batch, I'll probably run 2. But for like the 3-hour print jobs that I do, 4-hour print jobs, and the other stuff I have running, like a hood fan and the respirator, it will protect the others around my house and myself. So I'd say this is a great investment. I think they were only like $30 more added to the thing, and you get 2 of them with 2 filters. Or if you just want to use the one, you have one with 2 filters that you can swap out after. I think they're only good for maybe like 4 or 5 months at max if you're doing a lot of heavy printing or airbrushing. And then you have the other one as a backup because they're in China. Carbon filters you can probably buy from depot stores or specialty places and chop them up to stick it in. But like, they do also offer refills on the Anycubic website. And being a company that comes from China that I think has a warehouse in North America, it's pretty quick than I thought. It only took about a month to get here. With this included with the shipping, to get my full complete printing setup, it took 2 months. 2 months max to get in, and that's pretty good, especially with what's been going on with the world and stuff, and getting over. One thing I could say, my final thoughts on this whole Anycubic experience. Again, check the first video if you haven't seen before. Final thoughts, really good. They get warm, but they don't get hot. They don't add to the heat of the printer already. Again, if you're going to be doing long printings, I highly suggest running 2 of these things or 1. Have a fan built into your a lot of 3D printers like the Anycubic has spaces so you can put your own little CPU computer fan in there to help with cooling, to suck out air, blow air onto your screen to make sure it doesn't overheat. And Anycubic's pretty good at making sure you can get replacement parts for a decent price, actually, really decent from other things I've seen, and pretty decently quick. So as a beginner printer set, I'd say go for Anycubic, the Mono 4K or the 6K for resin. Or if you're in a position like me with what I've learned, and you're not going to be doing high detail models for gaming, and you're going to do other things like especially terrain, D&D stuff, I'd say go with the PLA MDF, whatever it's called, the bricklaying plastic 3D printer, because especially if you get like a decent one of those, the community has made a pretty good, and Lychee will help you set this up. The community has made pretty good settings to help get you really crisp, good details, and they do make 4K, 6K versions of them, and they are a lot less toxic than resin and a lot quicker. They don't require, curing and washing and stuff. Maybe a little bit of washing, but like you can just water. But yeah, so with that, guys, thank you so much for watching this review on the Anycubic air purifiers. I know it's a quicker video with some more rambling, but it is definitely worth, and finally can close off that saga of the 3D printer. Hopefully in the next few videos here in the streams, we're going to be talking about some RPG books, things of just kind of my quick reviews on them, going over units and stuff with starting with Conflict and then going into like 40K, Age of Sigmar, Flames of War, kind of just taking units from books, going over what they do, how I would put them out, and then maybe with guests talk about how to use. But yeah, I'm gonna go work on some of those shorts and get another one of those from comic pulls for my box videos out there. I'm gonna go. Thank you guys for watching. Have a awesome weekend.